Hi and welcome to a video that's going to complement one of the articles on my website in the free section content under technical analysis category. It's a blog article about trend channels, and I wanted to add a video to it with some current setups that are occurring in the markets of trend channels. So this is currently the Germany index, and we've got price over the longer term that's sort of been moving up in a nice, well, channel itself up to a high, and then we've recently had a break of this trend, as you can see from the trend line there, reaching up high into this area here, and it breaks it, pushes down into a level around that sort of 12,000 level. But I wanted to talk about sort of identifying this trend line. So the best way when you're looking at a trend line is you need at least two spots. So what I've done with this line here is I've created it from the top here through this line here, but I haven't put it through the top because I've now got the setup high candle to put it through. Whenever you're creating trend lines, you should try and pick up as many points as you can, even if it means sort of chopping off a little bit of a candle. And the main reason for that is because if we're to go up a time frame, for example, we're currently looking at the daily chart. If we go up into the weekly chart, then quite the possibility is that this area here that's sort of getting cut off, sort of, not really, but it is. Let's assume that it is on the weekly chart would be a wick, wouldn't it? It would just be just a little line out the top. Trend lines get strength from as many touches as you can get on them. So what I've done is created the top line here, copied it, and then found sort of a spot around the bottom part of the trend channel where it works. And if you actually start back here, there's sort of a spot there. It's sort of not really. Then we get down here. We've got a great little low. Price goes up to make a lower high, and then we've got all of these little wicks in here that suggest rejection. Now, the original sort of trend line here, price has sort of rejected it a little bit and then decided that it didn't want it. It's come all the way down heavily, come back into the trend line, and now we've got a setup occurring on the Germany index where we've got a reversal candle, so a rejection of the trend line. It's only the third time, so it's not like it's the 8th time or 9th time. For me, that would take away a little bit from its weight, from its strength. We've also got a level in through this area, so if I just sort of scan out, you know that I've got my little red sort of alert lines on there because I'm considering trading this setup. So we'll just go out a little bit further. So you can see the red lines over here sort of identify a bit of an area around here. And then we've got sort of areas here, here, which is a gap, which for me is something that I like. So we've got a level there. We've got a down trend line in the form of the trend channel. We also have a rejection candle at the trend line, and we've actually got a break of the overall uptrend. Now, coming towards the end of the week, maybe that break, I actually haven't checked, that looks like it's a weekly close down there, so we've likely got a weekly close down below that trend line. Which we do. We've got the weekly close down at 12,000. That's down here. So we've got a weekly close below that sort of uptrend line. This for me is probably not such a bad setup. So from this point onwards, I would just check the risk reward on the trade. I'm actually considering taking this trade, but I want to wait a little bit longer, just because that's what I do. I want to wait it out. Currently in the markets, it's a time when price, not a lot is going to happen with price. It's a low volatility period in the markets, and there's not a lot of news items out at the moment either. So there's a setup using the trend lines. Thanks.